Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of our A1 English listening practice video. Today, we're going to talk about daily routines. Let's begin. My name is Sarah, and I'm going to tell you about my typical day. I want to share my daily routine with you to help you practice your English listening skills. I wake up at 6:30 every morning. My alarm clock rings, and sometimes I feel tired, but I try not to press the snooze button. First, I get out of bed and open the curtains to let the sunlight in. This helps me feel more awake. Then I brush my teeth and take a quick shower. The shower is very refreshing and helps me start my day with energy. After that, I get dressed for the day. I usually choose my clothes the night before, which saves me time in the morning. I prefer comfortable clothes for work, typically jeans and a nice shirt or blouse. Once I'm dressed, I go to the kitchen to prepare breakfast. I usually have toast and coffee for breakfast, but sometimes I just have fruit and yogurt. It depends on how hungry I am and how much time I have. I think breakfast is the most important meal of the day. While eating, I check my phone and read the news for about 10 minutes. I like to know what's happening in the world. At 7:45, I leave my apartment and walk to the train station. It's about a 10-minute walk, and I enjoy the fresh morning air. The train ride takes about 20 minutes to reach the city center. I often listen to music or a podcast during my journey. This is a good time to relax before work begins. When I arrive at work at 8:30, I first say hello to my colleagues. We usually chat for a few minutes about our evenings or weekends. Then I go to my desk, turn on my computer, and check my emails. I like to respond to important messages right away. After checking emails, I start my daily tasks. I work as an office assistant, so I have many different responsibilities each day. At 12:30, I have lunch with my colleagues. We usually eat at the small cafe near our office. I often bring my lunch from home to save money, but on Fridays, I like to treat myself and buy lunch at the cafe. Lunch break is 1 hour, so we have time to eat and also take a short walk if the weather is nice. In the afternoon, I continue working until 5 o'clock. Sometimes I have meetings with my team or I work on special projects. I try to finish all important tasks before leaving the office. I don't like to leave work unfinished. After work, I go to the gym 3 times a week on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I exercise for about an hour. I enjoy running on the treadmill and doing some strength training. Exercise helps me stay healthy and reduces stress. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, I go straight home after work. When I get home, I usually change into comfortable clothes and relax for a little while. Then I start preparing dinner. I enjoy cooking and try to make healthy meals. I usually cook enough food for the next day's lunch, too. In the evening, after dinner, I wash the dishes and clean the kitchen. Then I have some free time. I often watch TV or read a book. I'm currently reading a very interesting novel about history. I also like to call my family once or twice a week to catch up with them. My parents live in another city, so phone calls are important to stay connected. I usually go to bed at around 10 o'clock. Before sleeping, I like to read for about 20 minutes. I find it helps me relax and sleep better. I also set my alarm and choose my clothes for the next day. On weekends, my routine is different. I wake up later, usually around 8 or 9 o'clock. I don't need to rush in the morning, so I take my time making a special breakfast. I often make pancakes or eggs on weekends. On Saturday mornings, I usually clean my apartment and do laundry. In the afternoon, I go shopping for groceries for the week. I like to plan my meals in advance. Saturday evenings are for socializing. I often meet friends for dinner or we go to the movies. Sometimes we go dancing or to concerts. I enjoy spending time with my friends after a busy week. Sundays are my relaxing days. I sometimes go for a long walk in the park or visit a museum. I also use Sundays to prepare for the coming week. I check my calendar and make a to do list. In the evening, I try to go to bed early so I'm well rested for Monday morning. I find having a routine helps me organize my time better. Of course, not every day is exactly the same, and sometimes unexpected things happen, but having a basic routine gives structure to my days. And that's my daily routine. I hope this helps you practice your English. Do you have a similar routine, or is yours very different? Think about how you would describe your daily activities in English. Thank you for listening. I hope this helps you practice your English. Remember to subscribe for more listening practice videos. Goodbye.